Welcome to Sal Sothea, a space for Dharma, reflection, and peace. In this moment, we come together to listen to the Buddha's teaching, to understand our suffering, and to learn the path toward freedom and compassion. If you can, find a quiet place. Sit comfortably. Take a gentle breath in and out. Allow your heart and mind to soften. Today, we will talk about the mindful pause, a simple way to notice and gently interrupt habitual reactions so you can choose wise responses and live with more ease.
Before we begin, I will ring a small bell to mark our settling. Listen to the sound and let it be a signal to return to the present.
Why learn to interrupt habit? Because much suffering does not come from what happens, but from how we automatically respond. Anger becomes louder. Worry pulls us deeper. Craving tightens the heart. The Buddha taught that intention and attention shape our actions, and when we bring gentle attention, we open the space to choose differently. Today, we will learn why the pause matters, hear a story that shows how habits form, and practice a clear, repeatable method, the mindful pause.
Imagine this. Someone cuts you off in traffic. Immediately, your heart races, your breath shortens, and a reactive thought arises. If you are not present, that first reaction builds into words you later regret, or a tense, clenched jaw that follows you for hours. The pause is the space between the event and the reaction where wisdom can arise. Let us listen to a story that makes this plain.
Long ago, the Buddha told of a man who stepped on a thorn and started to shout in pain. A friend asked why he shouted twice. The man said the first shout was for the pain. The second shout came from imagining the pain, the insult, what others might say. His mind made the first pain into a longer story. The Buddha called that the second arrow, the suffering we add to pain by our reactions. The first arrow is the fact of the sting. The second is our habit of pushing it into suffering.
In our monastery, we see this often. A young monk loses his temper over a spilled bowl of rice. The spill is small, but his repeated inner narrative, blame, shame, fear, turns the moment into a storm. With practice, we teach simple checks. Notice the breath, name the feeling, and return to the work. Over time, these small interventions change the habit.
I remember getting very upset when my partner asked a question. I would think, they don't respect me, and immediately feel defensive. It felt automatic, as if a tiny lever flipped inside me. I wanted that lever to be under my hand, not hidden in the dark.
Exactly. Habits form when a pattern repeats. Trigger, reaction, reward, even the reward of relief or distraction. The first key is to see the pattern. Point 1, how habits form. Point 2, what the pause does. It interrupts the chain and gives attention to the moment. Point 3, the heart attitude that supports change. Gentleness and curiosity, not harshness or force. Let us look at each point slowly.
Point 1. Habits form from repeated cycles. Notice one common trigger in your life, maybe a tone of voice, a task at work, or a family routine. When the trigger appears, a familiar reaction follows. We are not blaming ourselves. This is how the mind learns. Seeing the pattern is the first freedom.
Point 2. What the pause does. A mindful pause is a tiny delay. Breath in, notice, body check, then choose. That short pause gives the mind a new piece of data. I am breathing. I am alive. This is here. With that data, response can be wise rather than automatic. The pause is not about stopping feeling. It is about meeting feeling with presence.
Point 3, the heart attitude. If you try to force change with harshness, the mind resists. Instead, meet yourself with compassion. Say inwardly, "This is happening. I notice." Curiosity opens the door. Compassion holds it steady. The Buddha reminds us, patience and steady practice transform the heart.
Now, a clear practice with 3 small steps you can use anywhere. Step 1, the breath anchor. When you notice a strong reaction, take 1 gentle inhalation and 1 complete exhalation, saying quietly to yourself, breathing in, breathing out. Step 2, the body check. Scan quickly for tightness, shoulders, jaw, belly. Soften where you can. Step 3, the compassionate question. Ask softly, what is needed now? Or, how can I respond with care? These 3 together create the mindful pause.
So if someone snaps at me, I breathe, feel my chest, and ask, what is needed? That could stop me from snapping back immediately?
Yes, it may not change everything at once, but it creates a new habit of response. Practice in small moments, while waiting in line, during a short walk, or when you lift a cup of tea. Use an anchor word, pause or soften, to remind you. Begin with tiny, repeatable steps, so the practice can be kept in daily life.
Now we will practice together. If you are able, sit comfortably and keep your eyes gently lowered or closed. We will do a short guided pause practice. You may follow silently. Breathe naturally. Notice where you feel the breath in the body. When thoughts appear, simply note them and return. I will guide with gentle cues. Breathe in. Know you are breathing in. Breathe out. Know you are breathing out. Again, breathe in. Feel the rise. Breathe out. Feel the fall. As you notice the sensation, take one gentle breath and say silently, pause. Allow the breath to be an anchor. Now perform a quick body check. Soften the shoulders, unclench the jaw, and let the belly ease. Ask the compassionate question, what is needed now? Or how can I respond with care? Listen with kindness to whatever arises.
If strong emotions come up, acknowledge them. This is anger, or this is worry. Do not push the feeling away. Meet it with the breath. If at any point you feel overwhelmed, return to simple breath awareness and stop the practice. Be patient with yourself.
A reminder, training takes time. Even monks practice the pause again and again. Begin with short moments each day, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, and gradually extend. The practice is like sharpening a tool. Gentle, consistent use brings skill.
I tried this at dinner last week. When I felt annoyed, I breathed and asked, what is needed? I responded with curiosity instead of criticism. It diffused the moment, and I felt more connected afterwards.
Troubleshooting notes. You may forget to pause. When that happens, do not berate yourself. Note the forgetting with kindness. I forgot. And practice starting again. You may feel numbness if you use the pause like suppression. Remember, the pause is to meet feelings, not bury them. If strong feelings persist, seek a teacher or counselor for support. Patience and wise help will steady you.
Before we close, a simple 7-day plan to bring the mindful pause into life. Day 1, practice the 3-step pause twice a day for 2 minutes. Day 2, use the pause once during a conversation. Day 3, pair the pause with a daily routine, washing hands or pouring water. Day 4, notice a habitual trigger and practice the pause when it occurs. Day 5, share the idea with a friend and try it together. Day 6, extend one practice to 5 minutes. Day 7, reflect on changes. What felt different? Keep the practice small and steady.
Summary. See the pattern. Habit forms through repeated cycles. Use the pause, breath anchor, body check, compassionate question to create space. Practice with patience and kindness. Small steps repeated bring real change. If you remember one thing, let it be this: the space between stimulus and response is where freedom grows.
May you carry this practice gently into family life, work, and temple. May it help you respond with more wisdom and warmth. If this teaching brought you peace, share it with someone who needs it. Subscribe to Sal Sothea so you never miss a talk. May we all walk the path together.
Thank you for listening to Sal Sothea. May you be well. May you be peaceful. May you be free from suffering. Until we meet again, practice gently and walk with mindfulness.